Let's take a look at problem number 29. Let's refresh our memory a little bit. We have something called the zero factor property. Now, no clue what this might be called in your book. Some books call it the zero product principle, zero product property. Seems like everybody's got their own little twist to it. It says if you got something times something else equal to 0, like p times q is equal to 0, then you can set each factor equal to 0. So I set p equals 0, and I'll set q is equal to 0. Now, it does not matter what p and q are. They can be monomials, binomials, trinomials. They can be anything. As long as you have them written as a product and 0 on this side, then you can set them both, set them equal to 0. Now, I like this name the best because it tells you exactly what to do for algebra. 0 means get 0 on one side. And then factor, it says factor the other side. So let's take a look at that problem. We got 12x squared minus 11x minus 5 equal to 0. Well, first thing, have to get 0 on one side. Well, that's done. So then we need to factor the other side. Well, this is, I think I still got my steps up there. Yeah, I do. GCF, there is none. Grouping, 4 more terms. No, this is 3 terms. PSD, no, there's a number in front of the x squared. Key number, x squared x, no x, number in front of the x squared. X squared x, no x, number in front of the x squared. So we're going to use key number to factor this. We take the number at the beginning, which is 12, times the number at the end, ignoring signs. So it's just 5. What's that give us? 60. We're going to write down all products, give us 60. So there's 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, and 6 times 10. Now we're going to add those together. 1 plus 60 gives us 61. 2 plus 30 is 32. P stands for product. S stands for sum. We're adding these numbers together. 3 plus 20 is 23. 4 plus 15 is 19. 5 plus 12 is 17. 6 plus 10 is 16. Difference column. We subtract smaller from larger. 60 minus 1 is 59. 30 minus 2 is 28. 20 minus 3 is 17. 15 minus 4 is 11. 12 minus 5 is 7. And 10 minus 6 is 4. Number we're looking for is a number in a middle term, which is 11, which is right here, which means we're going to use 4 and 15. Now we got a note on the signs. The larger number in your P column that you're going to use, which in this case is 15, is always going to be the same sign as the middle term, which is negative. So this will be a negative 15x. If the number you circled is in the S column, then it'll be S for same signs, both positive, both negative. If the number you circled is in a difference column, it would be D for different signs. One will be positive and one will be negative. Well, the number we got circled is in the difference column. So if the 15 is negative, then the 4 has to be positive. Then we're going to factor by grouping. Looking at the first group here, the GCF of it is 3x. And that gives us 4x minus 5. Now the second group doesn't appear like it has anything in common. And if you can't factor anything out, you can always factor out a 1, which is what I'll do. Now our goal is to get this parentheses the same as that, which it is. So I'll factor a 4x minus 5 out in front. Now to see what goes in your second set of parentheses, you can cross out the 4x minus 5s here. And now what isn't crossed out goes in your second set of parentheses, which was 3x plus 1. Okay, zero factor property. Says you get 0 on one side, you factor the other side. You can set each factor equal to 0. So I'll set 4x minus 5 equal to 0, and I'll set 3x plus 1 equal to 0. And then you solve each one of these. So here I'll take the negative 5 over to the right side, divide both sides by 4, and we get x is equal to 5/4. Now here I'll take the 1 over to the right side, becomes a negative 1. Divide both sides by 3. And we get x is equal to negative 1/3. So our answer 5/4, negative 1/3. Looks like A. So 29A. And that checks.